I'm a first generation Australian and an eldest daughter. So there's a lot of expectations on me to get a good job, make a lot of money, and take care of my family. But at the same time, I am turning 25 and I've got a lot of people pressuring me to have kids because I am nearly expiring in the eyes of my family. How do I work through these expectations of me?
Expectations are the worst because actually they're probably is it your grandma or your auntie?
My grandparents, so both of my grandmas on each side, and I would say, yeah, my aunties and uncles have also mentioned this as well.
Yeah. So it's like, what expectations are they coming from? It's more about them than worrying about you. And in these times, it's like it's so different to how they grew up. They have expectations that this is how our family will evolve and become happy, but they're not even considering your happiness.
Definitely.
There's not a mention of you in there, so it's all about them and their wants and needs and how they're going to fulfill their future. If I don't have grandkids, then I'm not fulfilled in my life. But it's not about how is that person that I'm putting my expectations on going to cope with having a kid, and it's not the right time. There's not enough love going around. So the poor kid will just be not as loved as what they could be if the time was right.
How do you recommend I go about speaking to my family about this?
Come out and say exactly how she feels would maybe educate them into the 2025 era instead of back in the 80s and 90s. And go, look, the world's different to how you grew up. Putting expectations on me is not beneficial because the world is different.
Yes.
And maybe I don't want to have kids. What would you do if I don't have kids? Doesn't mean I'm a bad person, I'm not fulfilling my life, but there's options.
So, would you say the best way to approach this issue is to just basically educate your family on who you are as a person, your views, your values, and how the world is right now and how everything is different to how it was back then?
Tell how you really feel, then it's going to change the whole dynamics in the family.
Yeah.
And if you have to be the black sheep, then you be the black sheep and don't hold back.